What's up? Good morning, Shralpers. Welcome back to Shralp Stories. This week's pretty exciting. We actually are gonna start doing some more videos for you guys. So some ideas we got are Tube Talk Tuesday. We're gonna talk about barrels, little tips on how to get barreled, when to get barreled, and some stories about different barrels that friends have gotten. So that'll be fun. Wednesday is gonna be Raw Wave Wednesday. Thursday, Throwback Thursday, I'm gonna talk about how I got certain waves, what put me in the spot for the waves, and just kind of go back through some old memories that we have. And I don't know what Friday's going to be, but you guys should drop a suggestion down below. What would you like to see on Fridays? So for now, it's Monday, so we're going to do volume. Talk to you guys a little bit about volume. So nobody really understands it. You know, the shapers, I feel like, don't even really understand it either. It's kind of a generalization, but I'll get more into that after I go surf, because that's what Shralp Stories is. It's about surfing. So let's go for a Shralp. I'll come back up, we'll have a chat, and I'll see you guys in a little bit. All right. All right, so that was a fun surf. I kind of didn't get many waves, but whatever. Anyway, let's talk to you guys about volume. So Today we have special guest Shano.
That's
Shano
me.
rides very high volume surfboards.
Very, very high volume.
What volume number do you typically run?
Oh man, I think go like 6-inch thick on my boards, like super thick, and I like to have it like 30 wide. That's like my volume. So it just makes you ride like a magic carpet.
Okay.
Yeah, I call it like the magic carpet.
Well, some of Shane's boards are right over there.
Yeah, so that's one or two of them.
He likes to do his ding work in the parking lot, put solar res on, and use the ground as sandpaper.
Yes.
So it's kind of a legend. But anyway, I like to ride, typically my boards are around 26 to 28 liters, somewhere in that ballpark. It depends on how I want my board to work. I really don't focus on volume very much. Like I said in the beginning, like no one really understands it, but it's basically how much foam is in your surfboard. So it depends on how you displace it. Like you could take this board and grab both ends of it and stretch it out. It'll make it narrower and thinner in the midsection, but it'll make it longer and it'll be the same amount of volume. So that's kind of the theory behind it. I typically don't concern myself much with volume. I mean, I generally, if someone asks me, if a shaper asks me, I'll tell them, somewhere in the 26 to 27 ballpark, but it's not the biggest deal. All surfboards are gonna ride different. You can have a 26 liter board. You can have this board exactly copied. 26 liters, 5.8 or 5.7, 19.19, 2.25, and it's gonna feel super different. So what the reason that is because 26 liters is what the machine will spit out of itself. Like the shaping machine will spit out a 26 liter surfboard if you measured the amount of foam in the board. So once it comes out of the machine, it goes into Timmy Patterson, for this example's shaping room, and he goes through and he sands it. And he sands off all the ridges, he cleans it up, he tunes things up, he'll fix the outline a little bit, he'll thin out the rails a little bit sometimes. So he's taking foam out of the board. So in theory, it's actually probably a little bit less than 26 liters. So things happen after the board's finished out of the shaping machine. Let's say you're putting it in a rack and it bumps into the edge of the rack and it makes a dent right here. Sometimes the shaper will be able to get the dent out by shaping the blank down a little bit on both sides so the template stays true to itself and the outline stays the same. But he got rid of that ugly dent. Should we wait for this truck?
Cruising.
Okay. But that being said, you could rant about volume for a long time. A lot of people are obsessed with volume. They won't ride different volumes and so on and so forth. But I definitely recommend not paying much attention to the volume and paying more attention to how the board feels. I like to do the under the arm test. Put it under your arm. If it feels good, it looks good, then it'll probably work good.
Yes.
Just like Shane said, he doesn't even know what his volume is on his surfboards.
No, because like the thing is, it's all about the feeling of your board, and it's about if the rails feel good, and then if you have a good shaper, even like Timmy or even like TW. Like for me, like all my boards I ride all Tyler Warrens, but like the nice thing about having a good shaper is having a shaper that knows you're surfing and knows what you like. I think that's the hugest thing too. And then if you have like friends who are shapers and friends who are starting to shape, I think it's a great idea to start experimenting your own shapes, your own boards, your own ideas. I think it's what's a beautiful thing about surfing is there is no like
cut and dry answer.
Yeah, there's no cut and dry answer. So it's like I just feel like, to me, like for me surfing my whole life since I was a kid, I just been more like I just love surfing on everything, from riding a log. Like my preference for a log size is 9.9. That's like my favorite size. I have like a couple models from Tyler and one of my newer models I have. it's on my car, but you know, it's called like the Shano log, or Shano nose rider, whatever you want to call it. But it's one of my favorite logs that I ride.
You have your own pro model?
Well, I don't want to say pro model, but
I mean, I would say pro model if it's got your name on it.
it has my name on it, but it's, I don't know what you call it, but it works good. And I just want to thanks to Tyler for always been hooking me up, and it's been really, his shapes has been so spot on for me. And
Would you say Tyler's the GOAT?
Tyler is the GOAT.
He's the GOAT?
He's the GOAT.
Yeah.
Same with Timmy.
Yeah.
And more back to you. That's enough of me, but I just want to say I like to ride everything from finless, twin fins, twinsers, bonzers, single fins. So that's kind of like my vibe. Colton vibe is, you know, looking at it, got a little thrusters, got a little quad, and this is the little, what do you call it? Like the fly catcher?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fly catcher.
Yeah, this is the fly catchers. And I know soon enough you'll be talking more about that board.
Right on. So hope that got made sense to you guys. If you got any questions or if you feel like adding something to what we just spoke about volume, then drop it in the comments. But go out, try some surfboards, feel them out, and don't pay attention to volume. Use it as a generalization, but it changes very often. So go get off YouTube, go surf, have fun, get outside, breathe some fresh air. I'll see you guys next week. All right, peace.